All right, welcome to Take 5 for Real Estate Podcast, second episode of 2021, and I have Ces Guerra with me today. Ces, how are you?
I'm doing well. Hi, everybody.
Ces is with Gary Greene's Better Homes and Gardens, and as you can tell by the video, he is out and about, drumming up business, taking care of his clients. So, Ces, why don't you just fill us in on how you got into real estate and where you are today, and a little bit about your team, and I'll let you take it from here.
Okay. Great. Thanks, Owen. It's a pleasure to be here, and hello to the audience. I am driving, so I'll keep my eyes on the road. But just a little bit about myself. My name is Ces Guerra. I'm born and raised in New Orleans, but I got to Texas, and specifically Houston, Texas, as quickly as I could. And so in 1990, got here to Houston, and have had a very productive and successful sales career in consumer products and pharmaceuticals. But all of that led me to a real estate career 8 years ago, beginning in 2012. And, that kind of evolved from being an individual producer to developing, organizing, putting together a team. And so 2020 was our first full year as a team. Great. And we came within a whiskers close of about $20 million in sales for our first year. So we're really excited and happy about that. And we've hit the ground running. As you can see, I just left a group meeting, and I'm headed a little bit into the Tanglewood area for some showings.
Great. So tell us a little bit about your team. How did you find the team members? How many's on your team, and what are their roles?
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I've got a great team. I'm so blessed as a team leader that I'm surrounded with licensed real estate agents that are seizing the moment, seizing the opportunity in real estate, and are committed to providing an excellent experience, an excellent customer service experience for their clients. And that involves connecting with great mortgage people like yourself, because Owen, that it does take a village to get a deal done. Yeah. And aside from the real estate agent, I always say the second most important person is your lender, the person behind the mortgage.
Yep. You got to bring the money.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got 7 team members in varying levels of experience, and bring various qualities of expertise. Everything from luxury listings to high-rise condominiums. We can do anything and everything in terms of helping a client sell a product, but also a property, but also helping clients find various kinds of properties that are available on the HAR MLS.
Yeah. So how do you find your clients? What's just word of mouth, most of the business, or do you use some services or lead services?
I think that's one of the keys in real estate is, and I'm pulling up to the house that I'm meeting a client here in just a few minutes. So I am safe and secure. I'm parked, and I'll be looking at the camera just a little bit more now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the way it goes. And a lot of people don't see all the things behind the scenes in the business of real estate, and the necessity to have to coordinate with lenders and inspectors and title company people and the agent on the other side of the deal, and it takes being kind of a conductor of sorts, orchestrating the entire transaction.
Right.
And that's kind of the fun of it for me, and working with, like I said, a great team of of realtors that are also committed to providing excellent service and to finding the answers to all the questions that a particular person that needs a loan,
Right.
and to get them the answers to the questions that they have.
Yeah. So let me ask you, so the 7 people on your team, does everybody work on every deal, and like you've got different parts of each transaction split up, or does each of the team members try to find their own business and then you guys kind of cross support each other, or what's the roles?
Yeah, yes. That's a great question, and I think it's the key to our success as a team is that as a leader, I kind of set the tone, and I try to coach the team members to really do the things that are necessary for a real estate agent to get between a consumer and the decision of selling or buying a house. And if
Right.
you can get yourself in between that decision for somebody, for some consumer XYZ, whoever the case may be, if you can get yourself in between that decision and have the opportunity to make a presentation or to provide an example of the value that you bring to the transaction, well, then that's your opportunity to secure business and to secure relationships with the people out there that have an honest problem. And I don't mean problem in a problematic way, but the issue of selling or buying a house.
Right. Yeah, I've always thought the best realtors and lenders are problem solvers. I mean, that's
Yes,
just
exactly.
you got to be able to
Exactly.
react and
Yeah,
solve the
exactly.
problem.
I liken it to a puzzle. And so there's lots of pieces to the puzzle. And if you can actively engage yourself into that puzzle and to make all of the pieces fit together, well, then you can get to the closing and have a happy ending for everybody. And
Right.
you are a very important part of that puzzle, Owen. I mean, the services and the problem solving that you can bring to the table makes it so beneficial for me to recommend somebody like you to join into the process.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So tell us a
Of
little
course.
bit about how COVID impacted your world last year, and what do you
It's
think the future is going to look like?
I think you are like millions and millions of people out there. Like you look back, you scratch your head a little bit, and it's just like, what just happened? And yeah, so I, like everybody else, went into 2020, just naive as could be to the possible problems in the world, and COVID hits, and
Yep.
voila, here we are in 2021. But I went into the whole pandemic with myself and 3 partners. Um, Here we are in January of 2021, and now it's me plus 7. How do you figure that? Um, we we just missed 20 million by a whisker, but and what that means is, and I put the dollar value on that because it is significant. Not a whole lot of individuals or teams are doing that kind of business, that generating that kind of revenue, and that having that kind of success, because a lot of our clients are repeat clients, people that we ended up selling houses, that we sold houses to 5, 6, 7 years ago, are now coming back to us and saying it's time to sell our house and go buy another house. And that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where we know that we're doing a good job for lots of people. And I mean, that's the why. That's, when you have great experiences with people and developing relationships more than just a casual connection, and here, let me open a door and find you a house, and good luck. It's a little more personal, and it's deeper with myself And I think that kind of conveys itself to the entire team, because we have generated a business climate that really, um, to answer your earlier question, how do we get compensated in things? I mean, it's a very flexible situation, but I've got myself and 7 agents that are here and available to help, um, in whatever kind of project. It may only take 1 agent, but it may take 2, just to kind of help with showings or inspections or whatever the case may be. If somebody's going out of town, somebody's going to maternity leave, or whatever the case may be, if you've got 1, 2, or 3 backups, you as a client can feel secure knowing that you're going to get covered. Somebody is there to ensure that um, um, your interests are protected, and that you are going to be satisfied with the end product of the transaction.
Yep. Good. Well, give us a couple of tips if you're a consumer today thinking about selling your house this year. Maybe you're concerned about COVID. What would be a couple of things that you would recommend for a seller to think about?
Well, first off, with a seller and with everybody out in the market, I would say to consult with a licensed real estate agent, a realtor, and hopefully it's me. I've got my hand up. I'm raising my hand, and hopefully you pick us. But if not, there are 36,000 other agents out there, and I would say to consult with an agent, whether you're buying or selling. Consult with somebody that has a great deal of knowledge about the market, somebody that has a pulse of whether it's a single family house, a townhouse, a high rise condo, whatever the case may be, that somebody has the expertise that can help guide you and help you understand the market as how it relates to you and your individual specific situation.
Right. Right. Good advice.
Yep.
A question I like to ask folks is, do you have like a memorable transaction or something unusual happened or a heartbreaking
Oh,
transaction that you
well,
could share with us?
I've got a good one from last year. It was the ultimate success story, where I had a client that we were working with in the Southampton area, and uh, we were under contract on a house that the client wasn't really committed to 100%.
Right.
And on this particular Monday, another property came up on the market, and she was really hot and heavy on this property. So we had to find a way, a pathway, contractually, how to terminate the previous contract and then submit another contract in a very hot market,
Right.
immediately, to get first in line on the second property. And we were able to manage it with one of our partners handling the documentation part of it, and another partner of mine and myself handling the actual groundwork of showing the second house, and meeting the listing agent, and ending up having a very successful transaction in the end for all parties.
Yeah, no kidding. Southampton, and last year that was a hot market, wasn't it? Man.
Oh my goodness. She got herself a house that is on a street that is so lovely. Many of you probably know it, Roxton,
Yeah.
right off of Shepherd Street, and Shepherd Drive, I mean.
Yeah.
And I visited recently, and she's really moved in and turned it into a home.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Seth, what's a good way for people to reach you? What is your favorite mode of communication?
Well, the phone, that's the best way, 713-298-6070. Or you can visit my website at the Guerra Group. It's TheGuerraGrp.com. Text, email,
You're
I'm
always
always,
available. I know the
no,
drill.
smoke signals, light signals, Morse code, whatever. We answer to just about anything.
Maybe they'll flag you down in traffic sometime. Well,
Yes,
Seth, I enjoyed our
easy to find.
conversation. I enjoyed our conversation. You take care, and good luck with your client visit today.
Thanks, Owen. Thanks for having me on the show, and good luck to you. Have a great 2021.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.